Hi guys, it's Rachel here. So it was requested of me to show how I did my writing boards. So probably be a fairly quick video. I've got my bodgy mat here, my old quilter's green mat, and I've got the journals that I showed the other day that I'm shipping out tomorrow, and so I've got those here so I can sort of gather an idea of about how big would I like my writing board to be. Probably maybe 5 inches. 5 inches by 7. So I'm just going to cut off this bit here, and I use my it's very simple. I use this thing. What do you call this thing? I can't remember it. It's not even that sharp, so I have to go through it quite a few times. So obviously be careful you don't cut yourself, but that's why I've got my cutting board up. Okay, so that's that. And I want it to be about, what did I say, 5. So down to 10. I might just make it a tiny bit smaller than 5. So I'm using, what I'm cutting now is just the back of a notepad, because it's a nice thick cardstock. Just rip it. As long as you've nearly gone through, it should be all right. Sometimes I get my scissors out. Nope. I didn't go through that one enough, because this is not very sharp, this knife. So, okay, so that's my first one. I might try and, I don't want that bit on there. Just take the bulk of it off. So the temptation is to do I've seen quite elaborate writing boards, but because there's enough bulk in the journal, and the whole purpose of it is so that it's not lumpy to write on, I'm just going to wrap them pretty much. So that's 7 1/4, so it's a little bit tall, so we'll take a little bit off. So let's put that there, and I'm going to take off about 1/2 inch. See how we go. So I'm just using my mat to measure. Okay, and now first of all I want it to fit in the pocket, and it does. It sticks out though, but that's all right. And then what it will be is it will slip under there, and just so we're writing there, you've got a nice hard surface to write on. So that goes with that one. And then I've got my other journal here, and I probably need it to be maybe 4 1/2 inches by 8 1/2, or 8 1/4. So I think this one will be too wide, a little bit too wide, that one. What was this one? This one was, yeah. So what did I say? Do 4 1/4. Okay, that's almost through. Okay. And then I said, I can't remember. I said 8. I was going to do it 8 1/4. Oh, well, that's what it is. Let's have a look. Yep, that's going to be good. Okay, so that's how easy it is to measure. And now I'm going to take my dirty mat away, my old mat I should say, and then I just grab 2 papers, so full sheet of paper. I might just quickly cut off my white edges. So much noise today. It's a glorious day outside. Okay, got things everywhere. Right, so actually this one is, I'm going to have to wrap this one that way. So I'll use the other paper on that one because it doesn't have a direction. Oh, and that one's too tall as well. Because the other ones I made were smaller, I could trim a little bit off. I think I'll trim off a bit more so it fits in the paper. Needs to fit into the paper. Oh, not this mat. I need my other mat back again. Just a minute. Ho-hum. So I'm going to take off 1/2 inch. Because I want to wrap it with the paper. And the other one I might have to, I'll have to do it a different way, I think. That made me all hot and bothered. It was too long anyway, so that's fine to take off a bit more. Oops, I whacked you, sorry guys. Okay, so, oh, it all fell down, gave me a fright. Just gonna make it. Right, so what I did was, with the other one, I want to have a bit more overhang. All I did was, first of all, I'm gonna get glue, probably use my, just gonna have a sip of decaf. Not going to use a wet glue because I don't want it to all crinkle. I'm going to put glue all over this side. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. I just made this up, like how I do it. I haven't seen any other videos. I'm sure there are videos out there making writing boards. I'm pretty sure I've seen Amity has made writing boards before, but I didn't see, can't remember if she actually did a tutorial. So that's just going to glue down on there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I got some glue here in the corners because I didn't want the cardboard corners to be showing. So what I did was just fold that up like that, like so, and then just crease it down in there. Crease it down in there, and then I'll just get my glue book. Just a sec, sorry guys. I'm going to run my glue along here. It's like wrapping. It's like wrapping like if you were to wrap a book cover, really. Except it's not a book. Make sure it's all glued down. And then what did I do? I snipped here. Just at a very slight angle there. And put some glue on here and then wrapped it up like so. Okay, and then this I'm going to fold in like that, as straight as I can. I'm going to trim off that at an angle. And I do it at an angle so it doesn't crash into where the board is. make sure it's got glue everywhere. Okay, so I'm folding that up so it's nice and neat. And then I'm going to fold up here so it's nice and neat. I'm not measuring anything, just doing it. I'm just going to, it's getting a bit sticky, this one, so I'll just put that there like that. So I need to put some glue on these so they stay down. Now, because it's the writing board is quite, you know, it's very thick cardboard, it's very stiff. You could, let's just check, yep, that's all right. It's not perfectly straight, but I don't care about that. And then what I did was, I'm going to fold this in. Let me see about how much, a little bit further in than that. I may trim off some of the excess. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to trim off here. And I'm just going to trim off the excess because I don't want too big a border in there because that will make it look even more lumpy. So that's enough. And we'll glue that down. There, like so. Take this off, it's a bit sticky. We'll keep that for the other one. We'll do it again so you can see it twice. You could do a little bit of embellishing on one side if you want. I think I remember quite a long time ago when Amity was making more journals, when she was sort of at the beginning of her, not the beginning, she'd been on for a while, but I was at the beginning. And she would do writing boards when she made those TNs and things. But she didn't show how. I don't think well, she might have showed. I didn't see. See, that's it. That's done for me. If you wanted to, you could put a piece of washi tape down there where the crease is, where, you know, the join is. You could be more precise and have it go right to the edge. But you would just use it on this side. And that side, you could put a pocket to put things in. You could add an envelope and have, you know, slip things in it. Or it can just simply be a writing board. And so then that, and it's glued down quite well, that just sits in the pocket and then just comes out when you want to write. You just stick it down, not stick it down, you hold it, put it down here, and you've got a nice hard, except for that bit there obviously, but you've got a nice hard surface to write on instead of feeling all that lace under there and the soft cover and that sort of thing. So that's what it's for. I just put that one in there, so that one's done. Now the other one, because it's longer, it's going to cause me more issues. So let me just trim off my white here again. And let's work out what will I do with this one. I might have to get some more paper. Or maybe I could see if I've got a big piece of Florentine paper or something, I could cover it in that. Might be better than just the regular size copy paper. In the US, your papers in this direction is deeper than ours, so you might be all right with a longer board. You see, it's not going to cover it. If I go like this, I don't think it's going to cover it either. So I really would need 2 pieces of paper, and what I would do is put a piece down on there. If I wanted to have it with that paper, I'd put a piece down there, and then you wouldn't see the join. Or I'd glue it on. I'd glue this down actually. Maybe I will. I'll do it that way. I'll show you what I'll do. I'll show you how to wing it if you've got your papers, you know, your board needs to be bigger than what your paper is. Well, first of all, you could use a big piece of, you know, nice wrapping paper, or big piece of paper you could use. I might just put it there so I don't have to. So that's going to be that. Flatten it all out. It's very pretty paper. And then again, I'm just going to do all these bits like I did before. So first I'm going to do my corners, but I'm just going to trim off the excess up top and bottom. Now, I could glue that down there and that would cover it, you see. But I don't want to have all those seams, so I'm not going to glue that there. Now, let me think about this. So, yeah, I think I want to glue up my corners. And I probably don't need these to be long either, because I'm actually just going to get another piece of paper and cover one full side. You'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. So I'm going to get rid of those. And I'm going to do my corners. Oopsie. I'll grab this here. So I can go like this. Don't even need the book page, so I'll just go like this and put all my corners up. So all the corners are covered. So we're problem solving in this part of the video. So we've got a little problem here. That's that one. I just thought I'd share this with you because I was asked, and they are quite a useful thing to have in a journal, especially if, like in these particular journals with the fabric covers, I did put a lot of sort of lumpy bumpy embellishments in them, and so I imagine for someone who writes a lot it would be quite annoying, and so it's very useful to have a writing board to use. So I'm going to fold that up. Now the reason why I trimmed off these is I don't want to have too many seams coming into the board, just in case it's used on that side, although it shouldn't be, but it might be, you never know. So glue this down. And I'm not going to pull out my Medieval Mirage box again, just because I'll have to get up, move my chair. It's a bit of a hoorah. So I'll just grab one of my background papers that I've used throughout the journals, and put that, so it's going to have different paper. I nearly said fabric on the back. So let me just grab, where's my little card? Here. So I'll make sure it's all stuck down. There we go. So that way, folding in the corners like that first, you don't have any cardboard corners sticking out. That's all nice and smooth there. And so now I need to grab a piece of paper. Let me see. I'm just going to grab something that I've got on my table here. I'm not, as I said, going to grab a Medieval Mirage paper. See, that's the wrong color anyway, but that's, oh, so that could go on there. That's going to work actually, that sort of size. So I just need to find one that goes. Might not have anything on my table that goes. That might be interesting. Well, that one would go. No, I might have to get a Medieval Mirage one. I told a lie. I don't think I've got anything here that I like with it. Okay, so I'm going to have to get up, I think. Or can I do it like this? Maybe I can lift the lid off and just pull something out and see if I'm lucky, I'll find one straight away. I might not be so lucky. Let's pull this folder out and see if there's any papers left in there, because when I was making the journals, I used a lot of them. So that one didn't. I'll leave it out so I don't pull it out again. That one doesn't, I know. This one does, but they're not big enough. See, with that border around, they're not big enough. I need one that goes right to the edge. No. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. I'm going to take this part here where there's a bit more blue in it. Okay. That wasn't too hard. Okay, so, whoopsie. What I'm going to do, I am going to fold in the corners here so it's nicely finished off. So I don't actually need my ruler. Will I fold it in? I don't think, although I won't be able to fold it top and bottom, will I? Because I won't have enough. You see? If I fold it top and bottom, then I'm at risk of exposing I want it to go right to the edge. So I am going to cut it. So let me just I think I'll cut it with that. I didn't do too bad a job there, but I think I'll cut it with my cutter. because that way it'll be straight. So I'm going to leave a bit more, and I'm going to cut it with the cutter just to make sure I do it straight. I'll be a little bit more fussy because it's not for me. Okay, so I'll get my thing here. Should fit, yes. So I'll trim that one off. And then trim it off here. Now let's check. That's going to work, yes. And then trim this off so it's nice and straight. And then all I have to do, super easy, just glue it all down. Okay, so that can go back in the folder. I've got a lot of the blue there, so that's good. So I need to get plenty of glue on here. Make sure I do a good gluing job. Very good gluing job. All around the edge, because I'm not going to sew through this. It's very thick cardboard. And I don't think the sewing machine would appreciate it. Corrugated cardboard is fine. Well, it depends on how, you know, stiff it is and everything. But normally, like the IKEA boxes and stuff, I've stitched around those with no trouble. But this, I've never stitched through a notepad cardstock. Just slide that up so it's kind of in the center. And there we have it. That one is done as well. Get my card and make sure it's stuck down. So as I said, on the side that you feel like this side, I mean, you cannot even feel the ridges hardly at all in there. So you could really use it on either side. But if you wanted to, as I said, on the reverse side, you could. I consider that the front. But on the reverse side, you could put a pocket if you wanted to, or something else, or decorate. But I kind of think that it's probably best just to leave them as plain as possible, because it kind of, if they do become lumpy, it defeats the purpose of having a writing board. And that will slip in a pocket, I hope. Yes, it will slide in there. Oh, just. There you go. So there's the writing board for that one. Yay. So that is it. They are done. Got glue everywhere. So that one will just slip out. I want to write here. Just put it under there, and you can write away, and there's no lumps. No lumps whatsoever. Or you might want to write on this side. No lumps. So that's what the purpose of it is. And you wouldn't even, except for that bit there, because the paper was shorter than the writing board, you wouldn't feel any lumps there except for that bit there. So there we go. I'm glad I made those. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.